Welcome back. If you haven't already finished making your first draft of chapter headings and bullet points for your book, pause the video now and set a 15-minute timer so you can knock that one out right now. Okay, your next job while you're tackling a nonfiction book project is to start ticking through those creations of first draft material for each of those bullet points on your list. Your calendar should look like this. With daily writing time blocked off at least 3 to 5 days each week. This is your goal, remember. Consistency and making consistent progress toward your goal are critical keys to your success. In as little as 15 minutes, 5 days a week, you can and will stay on target to finish your book. Now, you're probably going to find some days you can't stop at just 15 minutes, and you'll write longer. That's awesome. But don't let the temptation creep in to write for an hour one day and then take the rest of the week off, because you're going to lose momentum that way, and you'll have to work harder and harder to pedal back up that hill. Remember the analogy before? Just keep pedaling. Stay on the damn bike. You can do this. So here's my performance art for this module. I want to share with you my own first draft of chapter headings and bullet points for the book I'm going to write. For the moment, it's called The Beauty of Imperfection. Its genre is personal memoir, and in 15 words, it's my struggle to appreciate getting things done more than getting them done perfectly. Okay, and that's only 13 words, but I'm an overachiever, and that's part of why I need to go balls out on this project, so I could figure a better way to reach my goals and be happier while I'm doing it. As you can see from this scan, I haven't allowed myself to cross too many things out. First draft is not the time to tell your brain that what you think it's giving you is crap, because that's a surefire way to make your brain stop giving you things. So I need you to just allow yourself to write down all the ideas you have. Postpone judgment for another day. On my list, I put an asterisk in front of chapter headings. Right now, my book starts with Perfect Isn't, and I put little dashes beside ideas for articles for my life that might get highlighted in that chapter. Lessons from 10,000 feet. Confessions of a Perfectionist. Perfect sucks. And Mom, Dad, 2.2 kids, a dog, and a white picket fence. Even now, I want to swap the order of those bullet points, because I've already imagined a better way, but I promised to show you first draft, and that's what I'm doing. As I move to Perfect Isn't version 2.0, I think it makes more sense to lead off with Confessions of a Perfectionist. I can see that as the quote-unquote perfect way to make my character seem like a more sympathetic protagonist. Here's a girl. She's pissed off when she finds out she's only in the 98th percentile, and she immediately thinks the person who graded the test made a mistake. But she can't breathe a word of that to anyone, because if she finds out she was wrong, then she's not perfect and she'll have failed, because 98 isn't good enough. Except that in the real world, good enough implies merely passing. And merely passing is just a D. It's like somewhere around the 60th percentile. But of course, she's not sure what percentile makes a D because she's never had one in her life. And if 60 is good enough, shouldn't 98 be like cause for orgasmic happiness? So why is she so miserable? But that's all second draft thinking. And you'll get to enjoy the orgasmic happiness of your own just as soon as you've freed that first draft from your head, which I hope you've already done. Now, my next step, and yours, is to choose one of those bullet points from the list and start writing. I'm going to be chiming in during subsequent modules with my free writing samples so you can see the good, the bad, and the predominantly ugly. For now, it's your turn. Set that 15-minute timer and spend the whole time keeping your pencil moving or the keyboard clacking. Start writing words, any words, and before you know it, better and better ones are going to show up for you. I want you to commit to doing 15-minute or more bursts of writing at least 3 to 5 times each of the next 2 weeks. Each time, keep writing new stuff. When you finish writing one bullet point, move on to another one. And I know the temptation will be strong to go in and edit, but neither of us is going to submit to that urge. You and I are going to stay on the bike and keep pedaling. I'll need you to remind me of this along the way. And I'll probably be unhappy about it, because it's hard to accept advice graciously, even when it's smart advice. Maybe especially when it's smart. One of my mentors, Brendan Bouchard, says, "Just because it's common sense doesn't mean it's common practice. I'm here to help you make the quickest, most painless, and productive progress possible toward your finished book. And yeah, most of it's common sense. So we'll keep writing new stuff each time until we finish our first draft, okay? Deal? So set your timer and let's get started. Let me know in the comments section below what you discover this week. I cannot wait to hear about your book. And no, I'm slogging right along with you. And together, we're going to make this our best year yet.